Have you ever woken up and felt nothing? Not sadness, not anger, just emptiness. If you felt this, you're not alone. What if I told you that the moments when you feel the weakest are actually when you are being rebuilt? What if your anxiety, your burnout, your silence are not the signs of your end, but the signs of your awakening? Today, I want to tell you a story, not just any story, your story. By the end of this video, you'll realize something powerful. You are not broken. You are becoming unbreakable. Meet David, 28 years old, a talented software engineer, focused, driven, ambitious, until something changed. One morning, he opened his laptop and just stared at the screen. For hours, nothing came. He couldn't think. He couldn't focus. He couldn't feel. The pressure to perform, the fear of failure, the endless noise in his mind. You're not enough. You're a disappointment. He began skipping meetings, stopped returning texts, stopped smiling. His room got darker. His thoughts got heavier. He whispered to himself, "Why am I like this? Why can't I just be normal? Am I broken?" But what David didn't know was that his mind wasn't giving up on him. It was begging him to stop ignoring the pain. When COVID hit the world, it didn't just bring a virus. It brought silence, distance, disconnection. We were working from home, living on screens, drowning in Zoom calls. But deep down, we were hurting. Burnout became the new normal. Loneliness became louder than any meeting. Smiles became masks. And yet, we kept pushing. We were told, keep going, stay productive, work harder. But nobody said, it's okay to stop. It's okay to feel. That silence, it was louder than ever. David started writing, just one line a day. At first, I'm tired. Then, I don't feel okay. Then, I don't know who I am anymore. His journal didn't judge him. It listened. And in those quiet scribbles, something began to shift. Because healing doesn't start with answers. It starts with honesty. It starts with letting go of the pressure to be fine and allowing yourself to just be, to cry in the shower, to cancel plans, to ask for help, to be real. David didn't know it then, but that was the beginning of his comeback. One random evening, David walked into a free mental health seminar. He sat in the back, arms crossed, mind closed, until the speaker said, "Resilience isn't about bouncing back. It's about bouncing forward into a stronger version of you." David froze. He had spent months trying to become who he used to be. But maybe he was meant to become someone new. That night, he looked at himself in the mirror and whispered, "I'm still here." That was enough. To begin again, David took small steps. He started therapy. He went for walks, not for fitness, but for freedom. He meditated, not to clear his mind, but to connect with it. And slowly, he learned the tools of resilience, self-awareness, naming his emotions before they controlled him, vulnerability, talking to friends, not hiding from them, rest, realizing rest wasn't weakness, it was wisdom, micro wins, celebrating brushing his teeth like he won a war, mindfulness, breathing, being, believing. Resilience wasn't a superhero cape. It was a daily choice, a quiet strength, a whisper that said, "Try again." 6 months later, David still had tough days, moments of doubt, moments of pain. But now, he knew they were temporary. He no longer feared the darkness because he had found his light. He started helping others, colleagues who were silently drowning, friends who were too scared to speak. He smiled again, not because life was perfect, but because he was present. David's story could be your story, because you don't need to go back to the old you. You're not going back. You're going forward. You're not broken. You're becoming unbreakable. So now I ask you, what are you hiding behind your smile? What pain are you carrying in silence? Let me tell you again, you are not alone. You don't need to have it all together. You don't need to be strong every single day. You just need to keep showing up, because healing is messy, but worth it. And you're not weak. You're waking up. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment below. Tell us, what does emotional resilience mean to you? If this video touched your heart, give it a like, subscribe, because this channel is your safe space to heal and grow. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it today, because when we speak our truth, we help others find their light. And always remember, you are not broken. You are becoming unbreakable.